Life operates just like a video game. Think about a game that you used to play where there may have been 30 levels and you could not get to level 30 without beating level 1 through 29. And progressively, as you leveled up, the challenges got harder until you met the final boss, which was the hardest challenge of them all. But if we step back and analyze life is similar to a video game. Think of life in stages. When you were 7 years old, your main challenge may have been getting your sibling to share your toys or video games with you. When you were 14, your main challenge could have been adapting with homework and sports and working out a schedule that would allocate time to both. And if you're in your mid 20s now, your main challenge could be progressing at work or starting a business or finding your wife or your husband. You're going to continue to face challenges, and as you grow, your challenges should grow in line with you. Think about it. If my challenges at 23 are the same challenges that I had at 22, that means I'm not growing, and that's dangerous. So just because challenges continue to get harder does not mean you're not going the right way, because just like a video game, as you progress, the difficulty will progress with you. And at times we get discouraged when we find challenges that are bigger than we have ever faced before, but that's more of a sign that we need to continue to go down that process, because the challenges is going to make you either a better man or woman. Oftentimes we look at the challenge and we may succumb because it's something that we've never faced before. There's a different level of adversity that comes with that, but we should invite adversity head on, because adversity fuels growth and adversity builds character. Oftentimes though, we start and we stop. We get to a challenge that is bigger than us and we say, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to quit. I'm going to throw in the towel. And that becomes dangerous, because if you've worked your way up to a certain point and you stop, you'll never get to realize what was on the other side. Back to the video game analogy. If I'm on level 27 and I quit at level 27, I'll never get to realize or see what was level 30 like. And this is dangerous in life, because every time we start and stop, we have to reset at zero. And when you know that time is a finite resource, starting and stopping is not an optimal strategy, because every time you start back at zero, so does your skill level. Think about it. If I am in the sport of baseball and I've done great at baseball and I get to college and I say I don't want to do this anymore, I want to play badminton. Well, life is going to allow you to make that change, but just know that you're going to start at a lower level and you're going to have to do all of the sweat, the blood, the tears that you would have to do in baseball with badminton. There is no shortcut on the way in the road to success. So when you start and stop, what you're telling the world is, I'm going to push back whatever result that was at the end of the tunnel that I almost had a grasp of. I'm going to push that back and I'm going to start over from ground one. And when you think about it, that would be asinine. But we make these decisions based on emotion, and we really need to understand that as we grow, so will our challenges. Your challenges are pretty much a reflection of your growth. If you're not growing, your challenges aren't. And if your challenges aren't growing, you're not. So remember that. And I want to end this with a quote that I saw from Alex Hormozy, because it really put things into perspective and inspired me to speak on this subject today. It says, a lot of success comes down to sticking with something long enough to make the number of mistakes required to actually figure it out. Otherwise, you just keep starting at zero every month.